Alrighty, so today we're going to talk about how to transfer files from one computer to another without using Colab, and to be able to go back and forth. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to use a USB stick or USB drive or thumb drive or whatever you'd like to call it. So I have one attached to my computer right now, and it is called UDisk 20X. So the first thing I'm going to do is rename this so that if for some reason I leave it in a computer at school, or if I lose it, that people will know it's mine and they know to give it back to me. Or for that matter, I know what's on it right away without having to dig around, or so I'm going to go ahead and rename it. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to right click on it and I'm click on rename, so that I'm going to rename it. So I'm going to rename it. I'm going to put Blache, and it gives me this, and it can't. So I'm going to rename it Unity. So if it won't let me put that many on there. So let's see, Blache. You only have so many space that you can rename something. So Blache. See, there I got units. Blache. I could think of something. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just name it Blache for right now, so that it's Blache. So I know that it's mine. You can name it whatever you'd like to name yours, so that people will know that it's yours. Another thing that you might want to do is actually to put a document in here or a folder in here that would specify something like if found, call use. We could start by creating a new folder and name this folder something like if found, return to, and so that's what I'm going to do is, so if found, return to Meredith Blache, and might even put my email on here. And so that way they know to contact me. And that's all right on here. And so if I expand it, you should be able to see this whole thing right there. So if found, return to Meredith Blache at Blache, M.A. Blache at Sales Schools. So that's actually all in the name of this folder. So you can put whatever you want to in the name of this. I could have put my phone number, but I didn't want to put that in the video online. So I have that right there. You could say I could have put my room number on there. Anyway, so it's all on there, so we know to give that right in that folder. It's kind of nice to have that. You could have done a document to have more information as well. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, so what we're getting into right now is how to have something move from one computer to another. So you're working in Unity, and it's really easy. Make sure your Unity project is closed. Make sure it is closed. Don't go with open project. So I want to move my prototype from my school computer to my home computer. So right now I'm on a computer. I'm going to pretend I'm going from one to the other. So I'm on my computer. So it's on this computer here. It's in my documents, in my Unity drive, which yours would probably be on your K drive, Unity drive, and in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it. I'm going to copy it to this USB drive. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in this USB drive. Hopefully it's going to fit on this USB drive. It's not the same size as the one that you've been provided at school. We probably could look at the size of this. Let's see what the size of this file was. So property of this file, oh yeah, it says 78 megabytes. I think this should all fit. Let's make sure this is transferring. See what's going on here. So this isn't a really big or good good USB drive. At school, you've been provided with one 30 or one 256, I think, but it's a 3.0 USB stick. If you lose it, you're only getting one from the school. That's all there is to it. Let me go ahead and pause this until this is done. All right, so it has been been here. It's all right here. The easiest way to open up a project is to locate it in your folder by going through your assets into your scenes and actually double clicking on it in your assets and scenes. That is really the easiest way to open it for the first time. You could go through your Unity and then say open project, but since we've actually put it on this drive now, so I'm on my new drive. Let me try this again. I know that was a little faster. So I'm on my new drive. I have my new folder here. Everything is copied in here. I'm going to drill down. So Unity is not even open yet. I don't even have it open on my computer yet. I'm going to drill down into the folders, into my assets, into my scenes. So into my scenes, and then I will see that scene that is created for prototype 4 or whichever prototype you're in, and that will actually launch Unity. This is saying that I created it in a different version, which is perfectly fine. So this might happen for you as well, that I saved it in 2020.1 and the only editor that I have on this computer is 2020.3. I'm going to say continue because I want to actually change it to this. Now the problem could be that I'm actually changing to 2020.3 and now my computer is going to be on 2020.3. Now, one thing that happens is it's not really launching. So I may have to go in and actually launch 2020.3, and actually launch it. So what I just told you could be a good way to open up your project, and it might open up perfectly fine if you're going from the school computer to your school laptop. But, oh, it is actually opening, I think. Let's see. So it is opening. I didn't really need to open this. It looks like it was just taking a minute because it was resolving the package issue. I just didn't give it enough time. So it is resolving the difference between the two packages. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to pause this while this works its way. I do want to point out that again, going from one computer, if you're putting on a USB drive and you're running it on the USB drive, it may take a little bit. So what you might want to do is actually, when you get it from that USB drive, put it onto your hard drive on your laptop. So drag it onto your laptop and then work on it on your laptop, and it would run a lot faster. And then when you want to transfer it again, put it on close it, put it onto your USB drive, and just use your USB drive to transfer it from one computer to the other. But remember that you're probably not going to use the hub to open it. If you do use the hub to open it, you would probably always go to open a project versus going through this list here, because you're going to go into the new, if you go here, then it's going to look for the project as it is listed, not unless you've already done it once. So if you see here, this is trying to open it from the D drive versus on the C drive. So if you are going back and forth several times, you'd probably be replacing it when you do drag it from one to another. Then you would take it from the USB drive and put it onto your hard drive, and you'd be replacing it from your USB to your hard drive. And you've probably done it before with files. We just want to make sure that you don't have a bunch of files on your computer of the same exact project, because that could get really confusing. But you can see that this is actually taking a long time in comparison to working on your computer. Your computer has a lot faster way to process this than when you're working on a USB drive. Now, the other thing too is trying to save things on OneNote. Right, unless you're putting a folder on OneNote that has a specific name on your school computer, then we can't really work on OneNote. You're going to run into problems of things not working. You're going to come up with errors in your file structure that is just not going to work. So the file structure for OneNote, we will talk about that soon. And that's speaking for my class in general. So sometimes if you're working from OneNote or across the network, you are going to come up with errors that just seem really wonky. That's just because you're working across a network to get to your files. So now the problem that we have with Colab in our classroom is that, which ideally I'd want to use you to use Colab, but our students are under 16, and Unity, for you to sign up for the account to use Colab, you have to be over 16, and I don't want my students to lie about their age. Now, if a parent is signing up an account for you or with you, then that's to be the best way to be able to use Colab, because then you would push up to Colab, throughout every time you work on the project, several times a day when you're working on your project, you would push up to Colab. And then when you go to the new computer, you download from Colab. You extract from Colab, and then you can work from one computer to the other more seamlessly. And that is the best way to actually work from one computer to another. And yeah, that is just the best, the most awesome way to work. But this year, I think, is the first year that we haven't been able to work from Colab, because Unity has pushed the Colab section into a 16 and older, and requesting that students be 16 and older. So that is where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and pause this again while this continues to import. Okay, as you can see, this has this has opened up. I do get a warning down here saying that the disk space is lower than suggested. Again, it would probably be something that I would want to just go ahead, and this just on this small little USB stick that I have here. So if you ever get this warning, it's probably a good idea to actually transfer the file onto your computer and just use this USB stick to transport it from one computer to another. Like I said, ideally you would be getting permission from your parents to use Colab. Now, to use Colab, that's this little button up here, and to be using this in this area here. So you do sign in to Colab. Let me go back to my project here. Oops, to my project here. And using Colab here. So you select your organization that, oh my goodness, I have far too many organizations. You select the organization that you want to use in Colab. Let me see if I can find mine. Let me go ahead and just use this organization there. And you have your project ID. So ideally you have your project ID. And you switch this create seamlessly to on, and then and that's again once you're signed in for it, into it, and so again you've selected who you are collaborating with, and then you should be good to go. I believe I'm a little scared to go ahead and close this. I want to get back to my project. And so clicking on that little X up in the corner, close the project. I've never seen it expand so far. So I have my Colab is on now, and so then I can go into Colab. Now you'll notice that in this area right here has something different in this little arrow right here. So you have this little arrow here, and when you click on this, not the cloud, but the one next to it, it says manage. When you hover over it, it'll say, it'll have this area here, and then you can say what all you want to push up to Colab, and you can click on the all, and it will push everything that you have open up to Colab, or you can say what it is you want to push up to Colab. You see there's everything that's in here that I want to push up. So I'm saying select all, and ideally a lot of times I'll say what it is that I have. Let's say that I'm only in the lesson 4.1. I would actually say 4.1. I'm actually done with this. This is completed, so I'm going to say completed. And so I'm going to go ahead and say publish. So I'm going to publish that up to Colab. If I was in 4.1, I might say 4.1 and push that up. So this is going to be pushed up to Colab. And so when I go back to my project on the computer, I can actually download that. So I'm going to show you that process now in another video, like how to use Colab, since we haven't really talked about that. So I am going to bring this, I'm going to go through this whole process with another project. But ideally, you would use Colab, and that would be the best way. So this whole video has just been about how to get something from one computer to another, and how to open it from your computer. So yeah, hopefully this makes sense and it's working for you to be able to get your stuff. So again, just to, when you're done with this, you're making sure that you've saved. You don't have to use Collab for this. You, again, that's just something that you could have done. It's one more way to save things. When you're, this is still all saved onto this USB stick. When I close this, I can go back to this USB stick. If I made any changes, everything's on this USB stick. And if you see, it even has changes. Well, let me go back out to this. Go back to this. It should have changes, all changes that I did. I didn't make any changes, but if I did, it would be on this USB stick. And I could take this USB stick out and use it on my other computer. So I take it out, and I have it now to go to my other computer, put it in, and again, once again, open it on my other computer, or put it in and replace my other file on my other computer and keep working. So it's really simple to do that. So you should be getting, you can ask the sub for the USB sticks while I'm gone, or ask me for a USB stick if you haven't gotten one yet, and to be able to take your projects home or use them from one computer to another. And then I'm going to do another video on how to use Collab when you have parents' permission to be able to do that. There we go.